Hi guys! So if you recognize these pictures, you know the game or the Netflix series Arcane. I finally finished the series and a lot of artists already made a lot of this show, like Jinx and Vi, but I never saw the evolved humans from Viktor anywhere. So let's make one. I made a quick sketch to see how big I wanted it. My plan was to make it from trash and toys and stuff, so I made a wire puppet to hopefully build it on. This first thing I found I maybe could use for the head. I heated it up so I could shape it a bit. And this tube from a LED light maybe? I could not bend it at all. And I could not find enough other stuff to make it happen. My skills for scrap building is at the very beginning newbie style, so I think I will use an old doll as usual. And this one I found at the flea market 2 months ago at our local ice skate hall. I looked her up to see who she is, but I can't remember now. So if you know, please tell me. I won't use her head though. I already had a few heads in the shrink jar, and one of them had a very pointy head, like this one, and I think was perfect for this project once shrunken. So off with her head. I marked all the places which had to be chopped and cut. And off with her arms. And the rest. All her body parts were made from different types of plastic, very weird and tough to cut. And with some magic, poof! Yeah, the torso looks like normal Monster High type plastic, and the limbs like from a Barbie, very rubbery. Her head is done in the jar, but still large and squishy. But I thought it was easier to cut into it that way instead of waiting it to dry, and then it gets hard. And yeah, that was a risk, but in this case, I didn't think it was so bad. There will be some sculpting done anyways, later on.
Welcome to the night. Sweat from your fear. There's no escape. A sound in the hole, curling into a ball. It won't go away.
So now she can fully dry out and shrink to her fullest. Oh yeah, this thing. I could still use it. Or maybe as a mask, so you can see the reminiscence of a human under it. I have a few days to decide. Meanwhile, I can sculpt. Oh, wait, let's put some paper underneath.
Golden times, nursery rhymes, renounce your pain. Golden times, no friend of mine.
Yeah, sculpt all the body parts. So everything is smooth and in the shape of an evolved human. With this homemade clay, it's often the case to get a second layer on it to refine all the details or shapes. It's not suitable for large pieces at one go, then it will sag. I leave it to dry a full day, but it's workable sooner than that though. Not sure the precise amount of hours. So everything got sanded and it's very dusty. So I use my dust box. For the fine-tuning old-fashioned sandpaper. And yeah, that hurts a lot, but I love it. Just let me believe myself. So done. At least for the most part, it's smooth, and all the irregularities I can use for the paint job later. Or cover it up with paint. I made some holes here and there that would become part of all the golden design later. All evolved humans are different paint-wise, and of course, like humans, no one is the same. So I could actually do what I wanted. Okay, the base. It's another thrift store haul. A wooden plant holder I found more than once. I will fill it with tin foil, air dry clay for sturdiness, and hot glue to hold it all together. And again with some magic. One more time. The base is done. Moving on with its head. It's completely dry and shrunken. I forgot to compare it with the original. So sorry. I'm still a noob at this video making stuff. And I sanded some of her face off to make the evolved shape. No cheeks, no mouth, no ears. I must save up for some better bits because most of these are getting blunt, dull, how you say, don't work so good anymore. So it took some time to get somewhere with this face. And I really hoped the head was totally dry because I was gonna sculpt it now. Trying to get something to hold it onto while sculpting. And the ball tool was the best. I was not totally content with my sculpt, but I could sand it better when it's dry, so no worries. Moving on with the painting. I had two types of golden paint, but one is really bad. The house brand from the Action is really bad and would probably need about 20 coats or more to get a good result. So I went with the other brand they had a long time ago, which was really better quality. And no, not the quality I would really like to use, but That's another savings project. Or maybe I can ask my dear viewers to donate something so I can get it sooner. If you have a few bucks to spare, you can donate it to my PayPal. It would so help me with my work. I painted everything. I wanted in gold, black first, so the gold stands out more. And when I started with the gold, I remembered something. Oh my word, I had a bunch of golden and copper chrome pens. Let's try these, shall we? Oh yeah, so much easier than with paint. And maybe I didn't have to make everything black first. I will never learn. And while I'm doing all the gold and copper and starting with the head already, I also would like to ask something else of you. If I reach 500 subs, or better, when I reach it, I can start with memberships. You can become a member of my channel. But what are the things you would like to see from me other than my usual videos? Please give me ideas to start with so you can make use of it. Tell me in the comments or email me what you would like to see exclusively. On with the build. I used some EVA strips to make the tummy and painted those gold too. I found this toy, Bubbly Blow, I thought was funny to use for the head. A lot of evolved have odd things on the top of their heads. Can't remember if that was explained or not. So let's try something funny. I had already some other ideas about the head. I wanted to fill it completely with things. You'll see that later on. First, I wanted to put everything together. I painted some little wooden balls black so they could become knee joints and or arm joints. And I glued in the EVA strips. I glued everything with hot glue and super glue with baking soda. One of the legs was not quite right, so I had to redo a little bit. And the rest got glued together. With a lot of patience. Some touch-ups with the white paint and baking soda mixture on the second leg. And it also needed some new gold, of course. Time for some gears and cogs. Cogs? I collected from old watches and stuff a box of white powder to glue everything in the head. And because of the magic of editing, it looks like I put everything in there with ease, but I tell you, it's not. It took so much fiddling and trying, but I got it eventually.
Leave me wanting, not your kind. Know this one.
I also glued in a small clock face, like time is running out for them. Or magic time made them, or whatever Viktor meant. But my take on it is the first one. Time is ticking and running out for the evolve. And I put in all the other gears and bits.
Made of stone. Years have failed you. Flesh and bone.
And I so wanted to use this large spring, but I didn't like it with that weird curly thingy I put on there. So I cut that one off and put the spring on instead.
Here's what they do. Excavate. Dig like dogs. If you wait, good things come. Suns will fade. There comes a day. This sick parade.
I sprayed the head with Mr. Super Clear a few times, with the inside covered up with some paper. And I already made some lines on the face with some pastels, where the eyes and the nose were once. And here also I use all the irregularities from the clay to make all the golden lines and marks.
White lights sounding off 3 a.m. and no escape.
I gave some black lowlights here and there.
Walk the aisles, illuminating worlds. Lose yourself inside.
The inside of the head I did with the paint. It was impossible to reach with the marker. Didn't plan ahead as usual. And I covered everything with a layer of glossy varnish. Time to get its head in place. I connected the head with the body, filling in the gap with a tiny piece of EVA foam, which I painted black. And I think it's time to get it on the base. I painted it, put a layer of EVA foam on it, covered it with glossy varnish and sprinkled some blue and cold mica powder in it. And I think it's very beautiful, like a starry night. But before I put everything back together, I forgot something. Almost all faces, or at least Victor's face, has these pinkish gems on them. Or they are more like shining lights, but for this project I didn't think I could put lights in there at this point. So I put some gemstones on there. And they needed some smoothing. And I did that with my last bit of white epoxy putty. I made some worms from them with some magic again. Getting good at it, don't you think?
Rest your eyes, weary from the day. Never mind, that's alright. Welcome to the night. Sweat from your fear. There's no escape. A sound in the hole, curling into a ball. It won't go away.
When done, I gave it all a golden finish with the markers. And then it was time to glue it in its place. Maybe you're wondering why she has one weird foot and one bare one. Well, I really didn't like those weird feet from the Evolved, and I so didn't want to make the second one. And now I think let's pretend I did it on purpose. The bare one is the reminiscence of the original human. Okay. And then my evolved human is finished. The only thing I regret is not to have made her body a bit longer, slimmer. The original evolved are very thin and tall, but other than that, I'm very pleased. I did what I could at this point in my creating process. And of course, I really would like to know what you think of this evolved human. Please leave your comments below. It would make me very happy if you did. And if you like this video, maybe give it a like and subscribe to my channel. That would help my little channel grow, really. Oh, and then on that note, while editing this, I reached 500 subscribers. Yippee! Maybe now I can earn a bit of pocket money for this hobby. Thanks so much, guys, for all of you who support me by liking and subscribing and leaving comments. It means so much. And I hope to see you next time.